You know what it is, people? You know what it is? Is getting the good stuff is pretty crazy. Getting the actual good information is really, really crazy. Like very crazy. like crazy. Like when you open your Minecraft chest and it has bread in it. It's crazy, you know? And yeah, it's crazy. What in the crap? I don't even know what it means. See what I'm saying? I don't know what it means. I see it though. I just don't know what it means. Oh, look, how about a black butt crack? All right, I see that. I see that by your head, Wanderer. Sure. I see another lint idea. Another nasty idea, too. Hopefully not that, it's most likely that nasty idea because it's around the head. Little bugger. But look here. This is the confusing one. I want you to see this confusing one. I'm trying to get you to see this information because this information is just so odd. This is like the information to see. So typically, we look at like black legs because of Ray, right? And we have to because of scarves, right? Xenoblade, Yu-Gi-Oh! We have to look at scarves, right? You know what I'm saying? Look at this. And you had that whole Last of Us stuff, which was crazy, right? This is really messed up. This is a tempting of looking at fire. That's why it's having you switch over escape. What is this? Like, what the fudge? I see another one. I think I do. Yeah, there's another. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. You flip it over so you can get a black foot mouth. With a leaner. Legs over, like it's like ball sack over the eyes. What is this, right? Crazy, right? Ball sack over the eyes, man. I'm so glad I got to this clip. This clip's pretty good. Because we're going to get to the confusing one. Which will be... Just checking. Oh my gosh. To the edge is a BP. Wow. And that new Monster Hunter. Oh my gosh, you can flip it over. Yep. It's a tooth. Looks like boobs almost. Flip that piece of garbage over. What the heck is this? Oh, this is good. I can tell by the shading. It's a side. That is weird. That is weird. It's pretty weird. Splatoon. Man, that is weird, dude. That is cool. That's kind of weird. You could definitely tell when you're playing Splatoon, because in Splatoon you're trying to navigate through all the things and jump through stuff. Guess why we bring that up, though? Look at this odd crap, man. No smile. Oh, gosh. There's even an ear. A BP ear. His leg is fire. Back the leg, Pyra. That's right, Pyra. In a Super Smash Brothers trailer, make sure you take your leg and you back it. And it's a 5. She, yeah, her scarf on his leg. Oh gosh. I always felt awkward, like that's the thing about Xenoblade 2. I love Xenoblade 2 because you just feel like awkward. It feels really, Xenoblade like because of all the blades. That's a Mithra tail right there. On his other leg to the left. Oh man. Garium, he walks a certain way and it's great. It's crazy, dude. More jacket. More red jacket. We'll say it's Pyralegs. But Mithra can change into Pyra, so Okay. So here's black. Now we're finally getting into black. Oh my gosh, dude! Why is the foot just placed? See, that's what I'm saying. It's just so messed up. The foot is placed. That has to be sexual. Yeah, it looks like it's like legs off her mouth. It's really creepy. That's the way I imagine it. That's why you don't flip it over, because like I imagine it just like like legs out of the mouth. Okay, because that's the eyes of happy, and then the black legs, because that's where you're gonna flip them over to get to the black legs, because you're gonna have to get to the. So it looks like the legs off of it, like the legs ripped off or something, 77, Okay. And then you're going to go up to the legs. And then you can finally switch over the camera. This is the whole idea of looking for boobs. This is an idea to look for boobs. And when you ever look at Skyward Sword stuff, if you've ever noticed, like when the stuff that's floating up above Link's head, just imagine boobs are floating up above Link's head. And then, if you've paid attention, because it's really scary crap, because it looks like it's the boobs. It almost looks like the boob. I bet you this is really, really super close to what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a certain kind of pair of boobs. I bet you this is pretty dang close. Like this is close. And but Garium, think about Garium's. His final form, he turns black, right? It's pretty crazy. And then you have to think about the creepiness of the boss battle, because the boss battle, like grabbing Garium, right, as a weapon. right? What's a weapon? A female, right? And this is a pretty crazy looking picture because let me just try and show you what I mean. If you've paid attention, okay, the belly button is going to do a whole side thing, like a side ico slash kind of thing, right? And the belly button's going to go up to, our good friend Demise. Garium's friend has a certain kind of eye, right? But this is what I mean. This is where we're trying to get into the creepy stuff. We're trying to get into the really creepy stuff, okay? We're using examples of this to get into the insane stuff of it, okay? First of all, there's a tiny little hole to the left, because this is the eye that I was showing you, because the eye is like for Demise, right? So an eye in boobs, or an eye on boobs, right? See what I'm saying? It's really messed up stuff. Now, Demise, he does have a detail. I was looking at his details carefully. He does have a detail that is like this, okay? So he does have a detail on the side boob that would be like the idea of like a side of the boob, right? So he has a little bit of a detail on his body like this. And if you go to the right, now you're going to get a hole, okay? So that's going to get an easy try right there, right? That's like a 13-year-old try right there. To me, that's like Fallen Star, kind of like the whole Demi Kids crazy stuff. Now, if you look closely at the dot, to the left, there's another dot that's up above. See what I'm saying? So it's like you have something overlapped on it, right? Attached to it, okay? And to me, like, because it's such a scary secret, it's all mystery. You know what I'm saying? It's all mystery. Because if it was easy, it would be easy, right? But it's not going to be easy, okay? And then now, if you've paid close enough attention, right? Think about when you're switching this over, right? Yes, a human can still have a torso like this and have boobs like this. Yes, they can. Looks like a pair of shorts even. You could get an idea of a pair of shorts. And then you get my favorite one, because I've been saying 3, soul hackers. Right? Soul Hackers 3. But because Nemessa, the readings, when you're reading the 72 Goita, it's like, I call it, it's just like advanced reading, and advanced reading has kind of like different definitions of certain things, like certain little things that you have to keep reading again and again and again. I am going to flip, because I think like I showed you like a black form. Yeah, I did. And then on the cape, now I'm showing you a white form, right? Yin yang. I'm showing you both of them. I'm showing you the yin yang. Minna. We've been seeing some Minna. We've been seeing quite a bit of Minna. It's been pretty crazy. A lot of Minna. Of course, we're going to see Minna, though, because Xenoblade Chronicles 3, right? We're going to see some Minna. And, yes, there's a fantasy. Now, I don't know if fantasies talk about crusted sperm. I have no idea what this is. But, to me, it looks like a mite. It's probably a mite. Yeah, it's probably a mite. The worst one, probably the scar on a body, right? Yeah. Scar on a body, that's probably a bad one too. It could even be that. Could be that. How about a birthmark, right? Or then there's a seam, right? And that is one of the craziest theories of all time, by the way, but it does make sense when you think about theories and you think about like ideas. Do you ever think like that? I think like that all the time. I think it's pretty I think it's an interesting thought, and it's a different kind of one. There's a little Garium glove idea that's going on, of course. That's what I was looking at. Splatoon's really crazy. Splatoon 3 is really crazy. When they like to show Mario 64 stuff, they like to show Mario 64 stuff. And when they show it, they like to show like how boobs could be a hand. And then when you're playing Skyward Sword, you're fighting a hand, you know? And then Garium's hand. Yeah. But like, that's another thing that's always believed as that's the craziest part of life. Yes. You accept who you meet in life. You accept who you talk to in life. Or there's a mouth and an eye kind of concept going on there too. That's cool. But you do. You choose. You choose who you want to hang out with. You choose why you want to hang out with that person and why you wanted to go and meet up with that person. And yes, you are at risk because you'd be surprised what kind of person you're actually meeting up to see, you know? So there is some risk. Yeah, there is. And there's a black leg kind of idea that I really like that's making a face, and that's why it does not want you to switch the cape over. Get it? Raised leg. Boobs. Yeah, it's really crazy. If I could only, see what I'm saying? Find some... This is probably... I would not be surprised if this is like one of the best boob shapes I've found. This one's kind of a crazy one, like of talking about different humans. To me, this is talking about a pregnant female also. I don't know if it's really talking about a pregnant female for sure, but it seems like that's the route it's going, you know, because pregnant females do have a certain thing that's just like to them, right? Yeah, Splatoon. Yeah, Splatoon. There's the whole thought of progression of thinking about through your actual brain of when somebody films something, right? So that person chooses, right? That's what they do. They choose to film a certain thing, right? And for whatever reason, they choose to film that, right? There's a reason they film it, right? Just a little bit of like, and that's the kind of like risks that people take when they're not thinking about like, but like, you know, that's the whole thought of like communication wise and all that is you gotta remember, why did that person even try and do something like that, right? There you go with that one, right? Elongated mouth, 1, 2, 3. So that's the whole thought process that goes into it. It's kind of like you're basically having to think through what you're actually thinking through. You know what I mean? You have to think what's actually happening. This 1, 2, 3 elongated face with a foot next to it. What the heck, right? Bare legs. We got another drop, and it's not in the water this time. Brown, right? Hair. Chows. I like the mouth one, though. I do. I like the mouth one. Now, instead of saying Birdo, wow, right? Saying Birdo. It's a sharp leg. Yeah, what is our phoenix, right, guys? What is the phoenix? Why is the phoenix shaped into a butt? What was that game you guys were talking? I know what game you guys were talking about. Was it called Fantastic Four? In Marvel Rivals? I really want to find skinny legs. I told you people. I want to find skinny legs. See? Secrets are disgusting and they're awesome. And some of the secrets are really crazy, and there's a whole other little thing of going and looking for them. And even this, out of all the things this thing has, it still has enough time to have a shape. See what I'm saying? It has a shape. And guess what kind of shape it has for it? It has demi-kids. What's the other shape it has, right? Yeah, oh my gosh, what's the other shape? See, that's where we use the Zelda try concept, and then we start looking at the tries to the side. Fire. Refantasio also, you know. But of course, you ready? The butt grabber, vengeance, right? Grabbing a butt, right? Oh man. Phoenix. And that's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be scary like that. People like Phoenix. You see what I'm saying? But you're looking at a demon female grab of the butt, right? Don't even know if it's a female, just know it's a demon, right? And then go to the left. You ready for this one? 1, 2, 3. How the heck is this like still near his head? I know what Mario 64 looks like, and it's very messed up. It's very messed up. You know, Uni has 3 indents on her leg. And Last of Us was pretty crazy to look at, I know, right? And yes, there's a tooth on the cape down below. There's 2 teeth. Brown teeth and white teeth, right? It's good. I have like a little ideas to simplify some of it, but you know, like the skinny leg being shaped into a butt, that's pretty crazy, right? It's a fantasy. Look, it's fantasy. How evil is that, right? Period shoulders? You're telling me out of all the things the shoulders are, they're period? Period blood? That's what they possibly are? And then you think of the attitude of the Blades said, right? Always living fantasy. And of course, we get to my favorite, which is red eyes. But you know what's the crazy part is how crazy I am willing to go for you. It all depends on how crazy I'm willing to go, right? Because I'm willing to go far, right? First of all, I show you unis. I always show you unis, okay? So this uni is on the side of a butt. See what I'm saying? Shadow of Colossus and Mario 64. But pay close attention to what I'm saying because this is gonna It's going to make your brain flip a little bit, right? Of course, that looks like a boob to the right side, right? And then the other side, I'm just like, don't you dare tell me right now one of the boobs is here. See what I'm saying? That's the art of a creepy picture. One of the boobs is here. That's what makes a picture really scary, right? Also, you've been playing Fortnite, right? Yeah, you've been playing Fortnite, uh-huh. You know your costumes in Fortnite. You know your trailers in Fortnite. You know Mario 64, right? This game pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, we know the Pokemon. We know our brown fish Pokemon. It's like it's giving me a tease at hover almost, but like I do see the standard. Slow. I do see the standard. Standing on Wanderer's head. See that. My favorite part is it does not need its boobs. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite parts. It does not need the boobs. Oh, look, it's a Skyward Sword. Skyward Swords are so messed up because they're Mario 64. It's a try. That steals the show. It really does steal the show. The legs steal the show, of course, for Ray, right? But this dang Mario 64 thing, oh, man. Oh, so evil. Skyward Sword's a very evil game, by the way. That game is way too evil. It decides to use shapes, ideas, and we have one of our favorite characters, Gariam, and Gariam has very good style, as you can see. He has, so he's just scary, he's just really, really scary, and he has a certain kind of leggings idea to wear, like the belt kind of idea and all that. To me, he always steals the show, though, because what he does is he's just, he's Gariam. And it's called it's referred to by Nintendo as being before Ocarina of Time. So it's pretty crazy. And then you got this whole black leg, mouth, and an eye up above. And this is the way it's most likely wanting me to view it, right? Of course, we got an A, yeah, VA, Triforce. We got that. I could get with that mouth that's even there. I don't know, what kind of shape it's trying to make. Oh, it's trying to make a shiver tongue. We could get with that. Of course, Gariam's eyes are like Shiver's tongue. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with the whole Shiver thing. It's really crazy. All I know is somebody's getting eaten. That kind of thing. Yeah, the whole Shiver thing's insane. And it really wants you to get into the Mario 64 thing, because then you start to see the surprise looks. And of course, it wants to look at the dot, the mouth, and then the little dot eye. And there you go with that. But yeah, Skyward Sword, I love that game. I freaking love that game. That game is so evil. And now you know I love it, because it's such a disturbing game. And then to the left is like a hover idea. We still need to look for some hover ideas. And yes, you're going to look at the human body too, by the way. That's the whole thing of why it's scary, because it's not just like video games. It's the idea of looking at human bodies, right? and you're gonna look at like the ideas of belly buttons, right? And then you're gonna get into the you're gonna get into the tiny little eye that's up above, right? And then he's gonna give you another tiny hole, and that's really good. You really can't ask for too much more. I think it's like crazy when it does it. And then right next to it is a thing that looks like a vagina. So you get like a thing that looks like a vagina flap, like the vulva flap. You get that too. So you get a vagina pussy right next to another pussy. Garium, you could consider Garium a pussy. Yes, you could. Garium's not really trying to be a pussy, but you could consider him a pussy because he really does mess up. So, I mean, if he didn't mess up, though, oh my gosh, yeah, you'd be screwed if he didn't mess up. So, there's the head pop-off idea that's even in here. That's what's so weird is when you have to flip this camera around and all this crap, but like, all this crazy crap, you know? It's just like, but like, if you do it, you'll get to this whole entire, gosh. Weird. Fantasy being, of course, fantasy is being like a BP, of course, though, you know. But like, I really do think the period idea is hilariously scary. See what I'm saying? It's just, that's the idea. And then here's the ear idea because Demise has an ear. So eating an ear, right? Because yes, humans do bite each other's ears and all that. Yeah, there's that. Foreplay. I can never even begin to like tell you just like how the idea of Garium is really good because the idea of Garium is he has white eyes, right? And then his white eyes are using just a little bit of a shape to get you into Ray, right? Get into a black. He could have, see what I'm saying? He has black legs around his eyes, you know? That's a pretty crazy idea to look at it with. And Demise gives you just an easier hint into it. And I try to think of the disturbing one for you because the disturbing one, it looks exactly like what it looks like. And yeah, you ready for it? X's vagina. Yeah, who would have ever thought that they'd make a video game character with a scary vagina, right? It's a pretty crazy idea. That's the way I like to look at it when it comes to all the ideas that you can get with this. I like to look at it that way. Like a scary vagina. And that's why when you're playing the new Monster Hunter game and you're having this whole entire new creature, right? Does this big creature remind me of a pussy? Sure does. Because here's the thing. When a male decides to commit himself to a female, right? And then you see the posture of how he battles in Monster Hunter Wilds. That's exactly what I thought of. Because, like, there's a point of, like, you're a man and you're flexing, right? Because you're a man and you have muscles and biceps and you're able to flex, right? And you're strong and you're muscular. And then there's you had sex with a female and now you're trying to flex, right? And you can't flex, right? So yes, the Monster Hunter team has many more surprises for you. They're hiding the surprises, of course, right? Now here's a mouth and here's an eye. Okay? Here's a mouth and here's an eye. This might be one of the craziest Monster Hunter story games. Like they might make this Monster Hunter game really crazy in story, you know? Because they're also making Monster Hunter 5. So it's going to be pretty crazy to see what the idea is going on with that, right? And then You can basically see it though. If you are smart enough to look at the 9 minutes, you get to see what kind of templates they're working with. They're really trying to bring back Monster Hunter. So they're to me, it's like they're doing like Wilds as like a testing ground, and then they're gonna go into what they need to go into. Still looks like a vagina phlegm. Wow, that's a good elongated one. That's a uni. That's a good elongated one, and that's your red jacket for you. Yes, if you choose to watch Intergalactic and you pause it, you do realize that she's about to like chase after the creepy creature and hit it with a sword, because it's a very scary creature and she's trying to kill it with a sword. And if you notice that's the whole setting of Intergalactic is really done pretty good. Like, it has a machine, right? And it has a lot of things going on, fused, right? Fused stuff on it. And it's slow because it's a robot, and robots are slow, right? So it has a lot of good little ideas that's going for it. And if you pause a certain frame, you'll get an idea of what's going actually on, right? Yes, this thing has another boobs idea, which I don't get what's going on. Yes, females, you have to surprisingly like go and find these certain kind of females. And I found some females like this. Now, if you find like a female that has like a waist, right, and they have like boobs like this, a little smile on your face, yeah, okay, because there's females that will have boobs like this, and they'll have a certain kind of waist like this. And then you officially get to the little smile, because the little smile is like, it's a little smile. But my favorite part is not even just looking at it as boobs, because once you look at it as like a boob, and then it's getting to the belly button, then you see a leg. See? Because yes, you could come on a female's boobs, and then it would drip all the way down, right? It'd make a leg on her boobs. And you could do that. And basically, you'd have your own head kicked off, because you were not supposed to do that, but you got your head kicked off. Oh, you're ready for another good part, too, is when you don't even switch over the camera, and then you go and rewatch the Skyward Sword trailer, right? Yeah. Because they really want you to like be in there and be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like all the shiny stuff's going on. You're like, oh my god. Wanderer's Arm. Well, Hellblade people, Hellblade 2 has been made for quite a while. See, I had a surprise for you. Hellblade 2 has been made for quite a while, people. And slow is very good. So that comes from me, people. That does not come from somebody that does not know what they're talking about. That comes from me. And yes, Wander has a slow arm. You betcha he has a slow arm. Poor guy. He's a poor moron. He's quite a fool. Let's just say that he's quite the fool. He's pretty fatigued. Now, granted, as the story goes, I would definitely see him being fatigued, because I have no idea, like, what it would be like, carrying a dead body like that, right? But he's fatigued because he's just in love, right? So he's fatigued. The horse is kind of strange when you think about how strange the horse is. Yeah, I mean, like, I would, in general, I would think with a dead body, like, you don't think a horse would, right, do anything like that. Especially with a dead body. So you have to think about everything that's actually really going on, because, like, the horse is named Aggro. And every time I see Wanderer yell, aggro, slow, right? because he keeps yelling aggro. Because he's yeah. Now devil arm. Yeah, possibly a devil arm going on here for Wanderer. Pointy elbow, that's possibly going on, right? And yeah, you guessed it, underwear and legs. Yeah, that's a good one you can even look at too, right? Pearl's crazy, right? What the heck's with Pearl, right? What's up with Pearl? Being on Wanderer's shirt sleeve, right? Pearl. Pearl like bends her legs in a certain way, right? Because Wanderer's dying, right? So Pearl like twists her legs and says, what does she say? And what does Marina say? Oh, off the hook. Well, I guess Wanderer's off the hook and he's about to fall and die, right?